So where do I start? I don't even know where to start. But I'm starting here, and I'm starting now. Hi, if you don't know who I am, my name is Monica. It is March 31st, 2023, and I am coming out of my shell. I'm making this video because for the first time in a long time, I'm gonna be brave enough to be my authentic self, or better yet, uncover my authentic self on camera. I want to say it took me a long time to get to this point where I'm actually going to show my life in a more exposed and authentic way. And it took me this long because of trauma. And I'm super proud of myself because I've been doing a lot of inner work recently, especially last night. I did a self-love practice, and it's basically finding your most self-hating aspect. And I did some parts work on that part of myself, and it really surprised me, actually, the truth that I uncovered and what I realized about myself through that process. And well, it has led to this moment right now where I'm feeling more comfortable than ever to just be like, this is me, and not hide as I usually do in my life. So yeah, I'm super proud of myself for coming out of my shell, because sometimes I struggle with that. Let me share a little bit about these aspects of myself, this self-hating aspect of myself. So I'll give you a little bit of background of me and my history, and a little bit of background onto how trauma ends up becoming internalized within the system. So as a kid, I was a black girl going to a predominantly white school, and I have foreign parents from Haiti that moved over to the States to give their children a opportunity to thrive and have the American dream. Well, being that was my situation, my parents wanted me to integrate with the culture, which, as you can tell through my voice, right, and my demeanor, I did. But of course, some things couldn't fit in, such as my skin color, such as my hair, my heritage. So I was technically always a sore thumb, or like I like to say, a highlighter, no matter where I went when I was growing up in Georgia. So I could never really fit in. So when I went into that aspect of myself, the most self-hating aspect of myself, I found that this part of myself wanted me to fit in so desperately that it basically shut me down, caused me to hide, caused me to not really get to know myself, caused me to basically abuse myself by hiding who I really am, even from myself. I realized last night, I was like, wow, I have to really get to know myself more than ever. I mean, I have an idea of who I am, and I have some things that I definitely heavily identify with. But when it comes down to it, most of the time, I'm not really sitting with myself and diving deep into who I am and how I really feel. And yes, I do, because this is my passion, but not enough to make big strides like I feel like I made last night. So, I'm just so happy that I did the work. I did the parts work. So on this channel that I'm wanting to create, because I'm wanting to create many different avenues, new avenues in my life, I want to start sharing more of myself. I want to share how I take care of myself. I want to share exercise routines. I want to share my routines. I want to share the foods that I eat. I want to share, the books that I want to share so many things, because I feel like I am kind of one of those people that is, I don't know, what's the best way of saying this? Different than the average person that I meet. And normally, oh, wait, I'm gonna rewind for a second because this definitely ties into my trauma. In my trauma, it's been difficult for me to see my value when it comes to what I give to other people, basically my gift to the world and other people around me. And what I realized last night was, if I really am to look at my value, the way that I impact people in a positive way is going to be just that, my value, what I bring to the world, the gift that I am giving. And the gift that I am giving is my knowledge and my perception and just me as a living example, as a human. Like the fact that I eat super healthy, the fact that I exercise, the fact that I'm so present with people, the fact that I'm into like health and self-love and healing and, you know, all these different, you know, alternative modalities that most people look at and scoff at. I'm like passionate about. And when I meet people, I usually influence them to change their lives in some way, whether that be in their relationship or in their relationship with themselves or their job or whatever thing that they come to me with. That's literally how I help people. If I was to put myself in a category, I'm kind of like a guide for people in their lives. And I'm like, okay, so if that's what I'm naturally good at, why don't I just do that on camera? It's like literally people come into my lives, they're like, Monica, you changed my life. And I'm like, it's a thing I do, you know? So when I look at that, I'm like, okay, how can I incorporate that into making it into a career, making it into a job? And I realized YouTube, and I've been wanting to do this for years. It's not that I never took the action on it, I just never allowed myself to fully embrace that aspect of myself. And right here, right now, today, I want to do that. I want to embrace who I am and why I came here and see my value and see how I impact people in a positive way and utilize that as how I put myself out in the world. Also, I want to mention, I'm into supernatural stuff. You know, and making jewelry and art, and, you know, like I'm an artist, I'm a psychic, I'm a healer. I have to own these parts in order to express myself in this way. So I'm just excited. Ooh, so this is my like coming out video, and I remember 2 years ago, I was in the car with my old friend and a couple of other people when I first came here to Hawaii, actually. And I was living in a community at the time, and I remember in the community, they wanted us to teach classes. And I thought to myself at that time, I was like, I don't have anything to give. That's the thought I had in my mind, which is so sad. I was like, I don't know what I can give. I don't have any value. It's so sad that I actually felt that way at that point in time. And I look back at that now and I'm like, I'm such a different person, and I'm so grateful that I'm starting to see that about myself. I'm starting to see how I can fit into the grand scheme of things when it comes to the world, and how my greatest, you can say, weakness is now becoming my greatest strength. And my weakness was like hiding and not allowing people to see who I am, and not speaking up, and not, you know, sharing my wisdom. But now I'm like, I have to. In order for me to feel like I have a purpose on planet Earth, I have to share that. So this is the beginning. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for clicking on it. Thank you for being here. I hope that as you explore my channel, or, you know, this is the video 1, so if you're here day 1, then I hope that, you know, the content that I have to follow really helps you tap back into who you are, connect with your health, your heart, and help you heal and grow as a person, as you watch me heal and grow as a person and share what I've learned on my journey. So yeah, Thanks for listening. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I love you, marvelous souls, and I will see you in a few days in the next one. I love being human. Learning to love myself has been such an interesting journey. Like learning to love my hair, for example, learning to love my skin. Like, you know, I can't say I fully 100% love them, because sometimes when I go out in the world, it, you know, causes me pain, but I'm learning to. I'm learning to love, embrace, and see myself in a self-loving way. I'm learning to make self-loving choices for myself. I'm learning to connect with myself. I'm learning to love myself. So anyways, I'm about to go work out and take care of my body. I will see you guys later.